Hey everyone, Codith here. This is my Quill Volley Spiritborn build for Diablo 4. Alright, that's enough of that. So, this is an endgame build. You see we're currently on Torment 4. I do have a leveling build though, if you guys don't have any of these uniques, so this is made with no uniques at all. These are the aspects that I would use. We got the tempers and stats and whatnot, and we got a leveling path as well. Then also here, we've got 200 Paragon, 250, and then what I'm currently rocking right here. And yeah, I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check that out. If you have any questions, let me know. But anyway, let's go over these skills. So we currently have Scourge. This gives us multiplicative damage to crowd-controlled enemies. It's pretty sick. And then we also get like a heal from that, a lifesteal. Counterattack. This gives us a passive dodge chance, which is really cool. And then increased multiplicative crit damage as well to close enemies. The Hunter, this is our ultimate. This is really nice for mobility and the last little bulletin there. Killing an enemy while the Hunter is present has a 40% chance to instantly reset its cooldown. So this is really cool. And it also overfills your ferocity by 4 stacks. You'll deal increased damage to injured enemies for 8 seconds. Really fun ultimate here. We got Ravager. This is kind of our gap closer. We also get like a passive minimum ferocity increased. But this is what's closing our gap when we cast a core skill. Right there. So pretty cool there. And our main damage sources are Quill Volley, of course. And we got Armored Hide. This is a source of Resolve. So we passively gain Resolve, which gives us 20% damage reduction. And if we activate it, we get Unstoppable, which is really nice. And we get block damage reduction as well. So let's go over the Spirit Hall choices now. I'm taking Jaguar here, so all my skills are now currently going to be Jaguar. We've got Gorilla here for our secondary, so maximum resolve increased by 2. There's a lot of synergy with this build, so we'll get into that a little bit later. And then, well, you have at least 5 stacks of resolve, you're currently unstoppable. So as you see right here, the wreath above my head, that means I'm unstoppable right now. So there's like more synergies with that in play that I'll show you guys. So, Mercenaries, I'm currently using Brahir. This is my current skill tree right now. Subject to change once I get some more resists. I'm currently not like fully finished with this, like gearing up wise. So I'm still working on getting my resists up. But yeah, we got all res here. I got Bastion and then Inspiration for that increased damage. But you can always go over here too for armor and then increased damage as well this way. And then for Altkin, this is our reinforcement. So whenever we cast the Hunter, he's going to pop out and cast Field of Languish, which will give them slow, and also reduce their damage dealt by 20%. Moving on to the skill tree, we've got 1 rank into Thunder Spike, 1 into Enhanced, max ranks into Quill Volley, 1 into Enhanced for that source of Vuln, then we got Advantageous here, 1 rank into Vigorous, 3 into Balanced Exertion, this gives our core skills more damage, so our Quill Volley, 3 ranks into Follow Through. So with the weapon that we have, this is also counting as a basic, so this helps with that. We'll get into that later when I go over the gear. 1 rank into Focal Point, so we can get 3 into Apex, and then 3 into Diminishment. This gives us vulnerable damage. This gives us vulnerable damage reduction. We got 1 rank into Mirage, 3 into Unrestrained Power for increased damage while we're unhindered or unstoppable. As you recall, with our Resolve stacks, we're currently unstoppable. 1 rank into Ravager, Enhanced, and Measured. This is giving our Ravager that dash, and it also increases Vigor regen. 1 rank into Endurance, 3 into Perseverance, so this gives us 1.5% additional damage reduction per stack of Resolve. We're currently at 10 stacks, so this is like a 15% increase in just damage reduction just from this. And you can also temper like max Resolve stacks on gear as well to get that even higher, which is really cool. We got 1 point into Armored Hide, Enhanced and Reinforced, 1 into Counterattack, Counterattack Enhancement, and Reinforced Counterattack. There's where that multiplicative crit damage is coming from. 1 rank into Scourge, Enhanced Scourge, that's increased damage to crowd controlled right there. Then Adaptable Scourge, there's that lifesteal. 1 point into Patient Guard, gives us that block chance, which is pretty nice. And Auspicious, just a little extra barrier. 3 points into Resilient for that increased HP using a Gorilla skill. 3 points into Dominant for that increased damage to knockdown enemies. 3 points into Brilliance for that Eagle skill damage increase. 3 points into Potent for that increased damage with Jaguar skills. Furnace for that increased crit damage per stack of Ferocity. 3 into Resolution for that ultimate damage increase, or for doing damage to elites. Spiritual Attunement, and then 3 into Supremacy, more multiplicative damage increases, and then Prodigy's Tempo. This one's a really cool key passive. So every third consecutive cast of the basic, or same basic skill, increases all purchase skill ranks by 2 for 5 seconds. Every third consecutive cast of the same core reduces all skills active cooldowns by 10%, each by 2% per their skill ranks. So because of our tag here, this is a core and a basic skill that applies for both of those. And this is also an Eagle, a Jaguar, and a Gorilla skill all in one because of our Spirit Hall choices and this helmet right here. So that's a good segue to go over the gear. So Harmony of Ebawaka. This is a really good helmet for this build. So according to your secondary Spirit Hall choice, your skills are additionally that Spirit Hall. So our secondary is Gorilla. That's where the Gorilla source is coming from for our skills. And so we're currently Jaguar as our main. So that's why this is also Jaguar too. So Eagle, that's what it already is. Jaguar from the Spirit Hall, and then Gorilla because of this helmet here for our secondary. For our chest piece, we're using Interdiction. We're gaining block chance per stack of Resolve. So we currently have 10 stacks. This is only a 10% right now. So yeah, it could be better. Could be better. We got Redirected Force here. So gain increased critical strike damage equal to percentage of your block chance. So this kind of ties into this. There's that synergy there with the block chance. I'm using Tybalt's Will. This is giving me extra resource. It's giving me increased damage while unstoppable. So we're almost always unstoppable. Almost. And yeah, it's giving me a 20x increased multiplicative damage increase. Damage reduction as well. We've got Yen's Blessing. This is really helping me with my resists right now. Really fun item here. Fun pair of boots. Rod of Kepelek. This is like you really want this weapon to make this build work. But yeah, so your core skills are now additionally basic skills and free to cast. That's why we don't have a basic. We could just spam the core with the Quill Volley. So when cast at maximum vigor, your core skills consume all vigor to return to full damage. Cast at their largest size and become guaranteed critical strikes. So if you'll notice, when I'm attacking, here, let me show you my crit chance. So I only have 16% crit chance currently, but look at this. I mean, those are like vulnerable crits, but look how often we're critting. Or not vulnerable crits, they're overpowered crits, the orange ones. The yellow numbers are just regular crits. But yeah, look how often we're critting. Yeah, there's the overpowered crits. But yeah, that's because of that staff right there, even with our low crit chance. And we're using BLT here, Banished Lord's Talisman. This is making us overpower, like, a lot. So after you spend 275 of your primary resource, your next core skill is guaranteed to overpower. Your critical strikes that overpower deal 60% X increased damage. So we currently have 246 resource right now. But yeah, when we're spending 275 of our resource, it's going to be guaranteed overpower, and then that multiplicative damage is coming into play as well. So it gets pretty crazy the more resource you get. For our ring here, we've got Moonrise. This is giving us attack speed and increased basic skill damage. Synergizes well with our build, with the Quill Volley being a basic. And then we got Midnight Sun here. When you critically strike, you regain percentage of the vigor you've spent in the last 2 seconds. So that's really nice. That really helps with the resource gen. Spending as much vigor as possible, getting that up, trying to consistently have that as 100% and like spending it. So those are the skills, or the items. Here's the Paragon. I'll just go over this briefly. You can check out the planner at your leisure. This is what I currently have. Starting with Spirit for that crit damage, because we're almost guaranteed crits at this point. Pretty close to that, so crit damage is really nice with this build for the Paragon. So we got that. Second board, this is sapping. So when you cast 3 Gorilla, Jaguar, Eagle, or Centipede skills with the same spirit in a row, restore Vigor and deal increased damage. It's a nice Paragon node there, legendary node. And we took Managerist for the glyph here. This gives us increased resource, and that's because we've got it right here from the magic bonus. And dealing damage with the Gorilla, Jaguar, Eagle, or Centipede skill increases all damage dealt by 4% for 10 seconds, stacking once per spirit. So we've got 3 spirits already, so that's 12x. So that's not too bad. Not too bad. But we can also get that a little bit higher too, since we're casting our Scourge here as well. It's another 4, so 16% there. Going over to our next board, this is... Wait, hold on. We were right here. Going over to our next board, this is the Revealing board. So lucky hit, up to a 30% chance to knock down vulnerable enemies. You'll deal 30x increased damage to crowd-controlled enemies. So you'll remember in our skill tree, we took that increased damage to knock down enemies with the Gorilla skills. That's also helping this as well with that knockdown. And for the glyph, we've got Talon. Since we're using an Eagle skill, this gives us increased damage with that. Next board, we've got Convergence. You'll deal bonus damage equal to 20% of your 2 highest bonuses to damage types combined, up to 30% total. So that's multiplicative damage increase right there. Then we've got Canny. This is increasing our non-physical damage, which our Quill Volley is. And finally, we're on the Vicious Shield board. This gives us increased damage, depending on like how much barrier we have. And then we're taking Colossal here for Gorilla damage, damage to close, and increased damage per stack of Resolve that we have. So there's something you can do here with the Tempers if you want to try it out. Do maximum Resolve stacks, and you can increase that multiplicative, that third line, like much, much more. So 2% per stack of Resolve you have. I'm capped at 10, so that's 20x multiplicative, but imagine getting like Resolve stacks on these and then like creating them with the Masterwork. You can get that pretty high. But yeah, so that's the build in a nutshell. Here, I'm going to do some pit runs, and you'll see some of the gameplay for that. Alright, we are in the pit, so I'll try to do a quick run here just to show you guys kind of what it looks like. I see how we're just like dashing target to target. It's really fun build. I have never played anything like this in Diablo before. I've heard people compare it to like the Monk from Diablo 3, but I didn't play the Monk too much to like experience it like this. But yeah, this is really fun build, man. Spiritborn's been great. Definitely recommend trying it out if you have Vessel of Hatred. But yeah, look at all the overpowers we're doing. It's pretty crazy. Okay, this is like the only slow part though. If we don't have any monsters to dash to, it's kind of slow, but other than that, man, it's sweet. Okay, I'm gonna come down here. Might as well pick up the Blast Wave Shrine. Oh no, we gotta turn around. We gotta go this way. Okay, watch out for those on-death explosions. Those will get you if you're not paying attention. Especially with this build too, because there's like a lot of screen clutter with all the visual effects going on in the numbers. I've thought about disabling numbers. I might consider that though, just to be able to see the on-death effects a little bit more clearly. But yeah, look at all these overpower crits we're getting. Almost every hit is an overpower crit, which is pretty crazy. And I did this last night on stream. I am able to carry people with this build. So 3 other players in this pit. It's not too bad. Okay, and here's the boss. Slither. And there you have it. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, leave some down below. Um, I'm always available in Discord if you want to like reach out there, or catch me live on stream. I stream live on Twitch. I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. That's when you guys can catch me live currently. But yeah, I will catch you all later. Take care. Peace.